I want to teach you a skill that will change how you see every character you ever write. It's a diagnostic, a one-question test you can run on any description of a character, yours or anyone else's, that tells you immediately whether you're working with something real or something that only sounds real. The question is this: could a camera film it? That's it. That's the whole test, and it's harder to pass than it sounds. Here's what I mean. Most writers describe their characters with traits. She's guarded, he's ambitious, she's self-destructive, he's charming but unreliable. These descriptions feel accurate. They might even be accurate, but none of them pass the camera test, because a camera can't film guarded. It can't film ambitious. A camera can only film what someone does, specific actions in specific moments with specific people. That's the difference between a trait and a behavior. A trait tells you what a character is like. A behavior shows you what they actually do. And only a behavior gives you something to excavate. Let me show you how to make the conversion. Because this is a skill, and like any skill, it has a method. Take a trait, any trait. Let's use guarded. Now ask, what does guarded actually look like? What does a guarded person do in conversation, in conflict, in moments of intimacy? What specific action would you see on film? Maybe they change the subject whenever someone asks about the past. Maybe they answer personal questions with questions of their own. Maybe they go physically still when a conversation gets too close. A pause before they speak. A slight turn of the body. Each of those is a behavior. Each of them passes the camera test. Now take ambitious. What does ambitious look like? Does your character take credit for other people's work? Do they agree with whoever is in the room and then pursue their own agenda the moment the room empties? Do they reframe every social situation as an opportunity before the other person has finished speaking? Trait to behavior. Vague to specific. Abstract to observable. This is what the excavation requires. Not the word, but the action underneath the word. Let me walk you through two characters you likely know well. Katniss Everdeen. One word: protective. That's the trait. Accurate, but it gives you nothing to work with. Now put the camera on her. She volunteers for Prim at the reaping. She steps between Rue and the tribute who's hunting her. She keeps Peeta alive in the arena at direct cost to her own survival. She positions herself between danger and the people she loves, again and again, with different people under different kinds of pressure. That pattern of specific actions is the behavior. And that behavior is something you can follow all the way down to the psychology that drives it. Sherlock Holmes. One word: observant. Everyone says it. Now put the camera on him. He picks up objects other people walk past without seeing. He studies the position of someone's hands, the wear pattern on their shoes, the small tells in their face before they speak. He connects details in ways no one else sees coming. Every scene, the same compulsion, expressing itself differently depending on what the situation requires. That's not a trait. That's a pattern of behavior. And a pattern of behavior has a source. Here's why this distinction matters beyond the methodology. Readers don't experience traits. They experience behaviors. They don't read, "She was guarded," and feel anything. They watch her turn away, change the subject, keep her eyes on the exit, and they feel it. The behavior is what creates the experience of the character. The trait is just a shortcut writers use when they haven't yet found the behavior underneath it. So here's the practice I want you to take from this. The next time you write a description of your character, Even a note in your own journal, even a sentence to yourself, stop at every adjective. Every word that ends in ed or ive or ous, guarded, ambitious, protective, anxious, defensive. Run the camera test. What does that actually look like? What would you see on film? Write the behavior instead of the label. One specific action, one thing the camera could capture. Do that consistently, and your characters will stop feeling like descriptions of people. They'll start feeling like people. That's what this methodology is built on, and that's what you're learning to do.